As you choose the direction of your thought, you choose the direction of your vibration. Now, that's what deliberate creating is. Let's say, every day of my life, I've been having experiences that made me shout what I preferred. And I am a worthy being that Source adores. And Source has heard my every utterance, and all I have to do is find thoughts that leave me in a place of non-resistance, and all things that I consider to be good flow into my experience. If the struggle and hard work feels like the better approach, then go after it. If relaxing and allowing the well-being that is natural to you does not feel like you are deserving it enough, then struggle more and hold it off longer. But if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would begin to acknowledge today that any sort of struggle is off my path, and any sort of pleasure is on my path, and anything that feels like well-being is, and anything that feels like hardship is, and anything that feels like criticism is my resistance, and anything that feels like blame is my resistance, and anything that feels like love is my allowing. Your emotional guidance system has been with you in every moment to help you know that you are an extension of Source energy and that life is supposed to be good. We make so much of all of this as we try to compare this thought with this thought and this action with this action. And we say, oh, there's huge variety to please you. In other words, look at something like art and try to decide what art is best. What are the best colors, and what are the best textures, and what is the best medium, and what is the best subjects? And you say, oh, Abraham, there's so much variety, and so much of it is pleasing for different reasons. And we say, exactly, there is not one right way to anything. There are endless ways. And as an individual, you're wanting to choose your path based upon the way you feel as you're making the choice. So how do I be the fulfillment of that which I came forth to be? How do I get done what I came forth to do? We say, first of all, you didn't come forth to get anything done. You came forth to have the experience of doing, and there's a big difference. You didn't come forth to complete. You came forth to have the pleasure of the process. And you say, but aren't I supposed to get it done? And we say, you can't get it done. And you say, how do I measure my progress? And we say, by the joy that you live. And you say, but how do I know if I am getting it done in the way that I intended to do? And we say, you feel good while you are in the process, but you will never get it done. And you say, well, how do I measure myself against others and understand that I have succeeded in any great fashion? And we say, you cannot compare yourself against others and find any measurement except your comparison with others. That does not give you any measurement of your success in this life experience. And you say, well, doesn't comparing myself against others give me greater desire? And we say, yes, and that serves you extremely well, because that desire is summoning. And so you say, well, if comparing myself to others gives birth to desire and causes me to summon, then how do I know that I've succeeded? And we say, you feel good, you relax and allow what you've desired to be. And you say, aha, so it is important for me to complete the desires that I define. And we say, exactly. It is only important for you to complete the desires that you define. The only alignment that has ever been necessary, the only alignment that you ever intended, was that you would set your own individualistic desires or goals, and that you would find vibrational compliance with your own goals. And when you are doing that, life is good. Life is good in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment. Sometimes physical friends feel a little uncomfortable when we say, and that is what life is. Life is a series of delicious moments. And so you say, well, there's got to be more. Abraham, what are you doing? And we say, we're having a delicious moment. And you say, yes, but isn't your moment more powerful than my moment? And we say, no, nor is it more powerful than that of the ant. In other words, our perspective is our perspective, and our alignment with Source is our alignment with Source, and there is satisfaction potential for all of us in any of those moments. So, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would try to decide what is the best possible use of my time right now. What would make me feel the absolute best that I could feel? And in time, you will be inspired to the synchronicity of that in a way that will absolutely amaze you. You'll get an impulse to take a walk just at the time that you'll run into somebody that has a piece of information that you've been looking for. And as you have the conversation, you'll be filled with exhilaration. And you will feel like you've just had the best walk of your life. Or you will feel the impulse to call someone, and it will be just at the moment when they were waiting for you, and the timing is just exactly perfect. When you get an impulse to buy some stock or to sell some stock or to call for a job interview or to do anything in your experience, you will find your timing so right on, provided you have tended to yourself in a way that you are gravitating toward what feels good rather than trying to motivate yourself in your fear of what might feel bad. You have so many core beliefs. We would like to express some of those core beliefs to you if you don't mind. We're talking about core beliefs. We're talking about the beliefs that are at the very core of you. You know that you are valuable. You know that you are good. You know that you are God. You know that this time-space reality is the most powerful, poignant, leading-edge experience in all of the universe. You know that Source adores you. And you know that you have access to all that is. And you know that your environment will stimulate you. And you know that the stimulation will feel good. And you know that the resources are there to satisfy you. And you know that the satisfaction is inevitable. And you know that all others are here experiencing the same. And you know that together you will collectively benefit one another. And you know that in your exposure to one another, new desires will be born. And you know that those desires will feel good as they are born. And you know that you have the ability to align with those desires. And you know that the Source will satisfy those desires. And you know that your experience will then be expanded. And you know that the new idea will be born from that expansion. And you know that it will ever be thus, that you will never get it done. And that the reason for all of it is the pleasurable joy that you can extract from the moment of your focus. That is what it is all about. There is no other reason for the existence of anything than for the joy of the Creator who has set it in motion. This art of allowing is about you finally allowing yourself the satisfaction that that which you call God, which is the creative center of that which is you, is all about. When you begin to relax and appreciate yourself more, the true core belief will begin to come forth. And those other things you've picked up along your physical trail that have very little to do with who you are become a non-issue. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is delicious to come together with those like you. Oh, what is before you is a picture that delights us even in our anticipation. There is great love here for you. We are complete.